Welcome back to another video on the EasySBC channel, and today we're looking at the 4-2-1-3 tactic in FC26 and whether it's actually still the meta formation to use. The tactics code for this tactic is on screen now if you'd like to copy. And if we move on to the actual tactics now, we've got a balanced build-up style with a high defensive approach, our goalkeeper on goalkeeper, both fullbacks will be on fullback defend and both centre-backs on defender defend. Both CDMs here will be on deep line playmaker build-up, our cam on shadow striker, our left wing and right wing will be on inside forward, and our striker on advanced forward attack. There will be some gameplay clips showing now, and I'm actually going to do a voiceover just explaining the plays that I've made, why we have certain roles, and how to get the best out of this formation. Now, I have played quite a lot of draft, but I've got myself up to Division 4 in Rivals. Not a bad position to be in, of course, trying to get myself up there, but I've played enough with this tactic, roughly about 15-20 games, to know whether or not it's actually meta or not. First thing I will say, it is, of course, still meta. There's the answer you're looking for. It's definitely up there with one of the best on the game. Probably not as good as it was last year on FC25, but it's definitely still got potential to be a top 3 formation on the game. Now let's actually break down the 4-2-3-1 itself. The setup, it gives you a back 4, 2 CDMs, a cam, 3 attacking players, which are 2 wingers and a striker. On paper, it actually looks pretty balanced, but when you actually play with it in game, it's definitely one of the strongest on the game, and here's why. 2 CDMs provide a defensive cover, they cut the passing lanes, and they protect the counter attacks. And then your cam becomes the creative central overload, links up play, threads through balls, and supports our striker. And then out wide, the wingers stretch the pitch, open up space for quick attacks on the counter. The combination of width, depth, and central options is why the 4-2-1-3 has become so meta as of late. Of course, this formation does have its weaknesses. A lot of the time, you will get caught on the counter if you're not careful. For example, the wingers do sit high. There's a lot of triggering runs that you need to do with L1 and R1 to pull them in, or send them on a run. If your CDMs also lose discipline, the middle of the pitch opens right up. Smart opponents will target the gap in between, pressing your cam and force turnovers. To get the most out of my midfield, I've set both CDMs to the deep line playmaker build-up role. This just means they're able to help us circulate possession, keep the ball a bit if we need to. They're going to be there also providing the defensive stability that they're required to do. They're also going to help us a bit in the attack, get the ball forward to our cam or our wingers, and just get a bit more control on the game. I'd also say another thing that you need to be wary of is not to send your fullbacks flying forward. This could also be said for your centre-backs, to be fair. As soon as you step out with your centre-backs, you're leaving that gap in behind which your opponent can exploit. And you don't want that because 9 times out of 10, it results in a goal. Just be very composed when you're defending. Don't rush into things too much and you'll be absolutely fine. Defending is really tough this year on FC26, so you need to make sure you're doing everything you can to help yourself out. When it comes to the attack, there are so many different things you can do. Technical dribbling is really improved this year, as well as left stick dribbling, but also when it comes to scoring, creating chances, low driven shots are your best bet for a goal, and also to get a bit more space in the attacks in a little tight-knit scenario, the double tap of a triangle, or Y if you're on Xbox, really is very OP. It's just a little chip in behind, double tap that pass button or the through ball button, and you'll create a bit more space for yourself in the attack and open up a lot more opportunities. If you didn't like these tactics and would like to try out some different ones, our EasySBC website now has a lot of different tactics on there that you can choose from. Just filter by the formation that you're looking for, and it'll get a range of tactics from pros to pro coaches down to the community tactics. You can see a lot of different choices on there. Head on over now to easysbc.io and you could find our tactics page there. If you did enjoy this video and would like to see a further tactics video on a different formation, please let me know in the comments down below. Please like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.